Thank you. First, I need my high heels and this wonderful device that I have in my ear supposed to actually get connected through Bluetooth, and I'm recording right here because this is just recording, guys. And if you don't want to be on camera, just let me know because it will go only to you. Yeah, I don't think so. I will post it on YouTube. I'm just warning you. It's just normal warning, like when you go to the movie and they have this warning, blah blah blah. So, but if you would like to be on camera, we're right here on camera, and I hope this device works. If not, I'll be really loud, okay? When Monica was singing, it was so crazy because it was a golden angel. And I heard the song when you were singing, Golden Angel in Your DNA. It was like flowing perfectly in your singing. And speaking of DNA, a couple of weeks in a row, we're having all this strengths, layers, whatever is going on about DNA. And my presentation I'm teaching today is supposed to be about marketing. I woke up this morning and I'm like, okay, I have all my notes. I was preparing for entire week, and I don't know, maybe they will go out of the window. I don't know. I'm just right here because I woke up in the morning and I realized that there is a clarification that must be, not have to, it's must. Because people are so confused, and we're in our 3D and fourth dimension is time, which is again very questionable. We had conversation about DNA yesterday, and you said like, what the hell is this picture, because I need to picture it in simple basic terms. Okay, two lines right here. These two lines called backbones. And they made of sugars and other elements. Just think about ladder. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is just one piece of DNA that is connected to another one. So strands are right here. Because everyone, where is the strands? What are we doing? That's simple basic, it's right here. This is it. And I'm not going what they're in between because that's 3 billion extra elements. But this is basic structure, and when we do 24 strands of DNA, that's exactly what we are expanding. And this one is only one helix. If we do this, just watch my hands because it's way easier than even drawing. One helix, the second one. Like this, two structures, and then they rotate like this, and they go on and on and on. And now little twist on these linear structures, because DNA doesn't look like this. This is not a ladder that is twisted and we're going with infinite brain. Reality is DNA is round, like this. So there's circles of double helixes that are interconnected. And what is connecting them, feel what each little nanoparticle produces. What makes this body, all bodies. Also, it has super intellect, what we call God. Simple, very, now you know what to do with us, right? And when we start adding strands, that's what we're doing. We're just adding strings, and this what connect them. And we can go into infinity. When Teresa said 12 strands, what we're activating, reality is there are layers, what we have, and it's like, I prefer to call them ingredients, because you cannot separate them from each other. Literally, you cannot. It's like if I bring you mushroom soup, right? It's all blended. And I will say, Monica, can you pick mushrooms? And it's like, Maria, I can't, because it's all mixed together. It's exactly why you cannot pick just one structure and say, this is what I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna work on. It's impossible. You are working on entire bowl of soup or whatever dish we have. Every time when you look at it, please do not look at this as linear 3D structure because it's way more complex. Just think about God and something beautiful. It's way easier.
This is what the Helix looks like.
Exactly, but like I said, this is not right picture. It's not right, even from physics standpoint and chemistry, this is not right picture because like I said, DNA is not linear double helix that goes on and on and on and on. It's in circles, yes. And circle doesn't have the beginning and the end. This is it. It's round, and all molecules of DNA are circles, and they communicate using electromagnetic fields, what we call quantum energy. And now we're going into quantum. This is, I don't know, I got so triggered by certain things, and you know, how many of you go to self-help or business conferences, classes, stuff like that? Have you ever heard people saying quantum leap?
Yes.
Tony Robbins is famous for saying quantum leap. Now let's go to really basics. What is quantum or quanta? And I will read you it, and now you can laugh at me, but it's not me. This is the truth. Quantum in Latin translates as unit. Unit. Quantum is unit. Unit. Now, it's the smallest possible discrete unit of any physical property such as energy or matter. The smallest discrete unit. So just listen to me again. When I say quantum leap, the smallest, it's not even like this. Why it's called quantum physics? Because it studies the smallest particles that we found as humans in our universe. Now just think about this term because it's really important to understand it because we use it all the time. But do we use it right? In my sense, like literally, in my understanding, quantum leap, it's not really what you think.
Yeah.
No, it's like teeny meeny, I'm doing something. The term quantum started again in 1920s when our physicists were playing with atomic matter and they were trying to find what is going on with spectrum of energy. Because when you hit any matter, like for example metal, we go on color spectrum from red to blue. And Planck, who started doing all these experiments, he was trying to figure out why we have red right here and light blue on this end. And he came up with a theory of quantum. And that's how he described it. That's how energy goes across the spectrum. So amount of energy. And this is it. That's how entire story started. And then we have Einstein with his theory of relativity, when he again used the smallest particles. So we established that quantum physics studies the smallest particle. Natasha, do you remember our 10th grade? The physics notebook had this big machine, huge. It was like a cylinder with something else. And I remember when our teacher was explaining about protons, they were accelerated in vacuum and they were shooting them somewhere. Again, then we know about experiments, protons and electrons acting really weirdly when they go through the hole and when you have an observer and when you don't have an observer. So it was the beginning when they created these big machines. And nowadays they have another machine, and I'll give the name because for me it's kind of fascinating because it's called the Large Hadron Collider. And what they do in this collider, they play with protons. And again, our physicist scientists saying that this is the particle that contains, all matter contains this particle. Again, we talk about 3D, we're not questioning their science, that's what we found out right now. And they're playing in this big machine that is probably, I don't know, a couple of billion of dollars, and they're practically protons are colliding in this machine and they create different matter. And this is it on quantum physics. Now let's talk about this small particle, what we call quantum. This small particle has a field. Just imagine, beautiful, it could be flowers, it's whatever, but it's filled up full of energy. So every small particle of our body producing this wonderful energy, and it's not only like this, it goes right here, 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 and it creates infinite, the sign of infinity, like this. That's how quantum fields really communicate. And this wonderful thing, what we call DNA, and the structure what we built from God's DNA, creates all these wonderful fields. And that's how our cells communicate with each other without a point in time which is zero. Why I'm telling you all this again? When I'm standing in front of you, right here, in orange, there is a reason why I'm wearing orange, because this is the color of sun, this is the color of creative chakra, and when we think about something really warm and nice, this is the color. But also, this color accelerates energy. Again, according to our science, we produce quantum, meaning electromagnetic field, between 3 and 8 meters. 8 meters is 26 feet. Just think about it. I'm standing right now, all of you in my 26 feet field, I think it's even more. So I'm affecting cars standing right here, people right here, what is going on in the sky, birds, and I'm going down. This is what we produce. When we're happy and we in this color, because this is color of peach, that's color of happiness. And this is amount of happiness what we produce. If we all stand together, can you imagine amplifier, like literally we amplify this energy. And it's completely opposite when we're in this dark forces. When we're upset, we're producing the same. And I'm afraid to say it's probably even more than 8 meters, right? And then again, collective fear and collective anger create the same. Every time when you get upset with something, just remember your 26 feet of electromagnetic energy, and it collides with other people's energies and combines, and we create this collective consciousness. Because every time when you hear like, we are one, it's like how? We're both separate entities. But this is how. 26 feet of this wonderful electromagnetic energy. And now I guess I will go into my topic, what I supposed to cover. And since I'm recording, and for people who don't know me, I think you all know me. My name is Maria Servina. And who am I? I guess, obviously I'm a woman. Maybe not woman. At least that's what I think about myself. I will give you my credentials because for some reason I think they are quite important. I have 2 master's degrees, one in engineering, that's exactly why I'm explaining this stuff about quantum physics. Another degree, I have MBA in e-commerce. I have IT background, so I'm playing with this wonderful computers 010101 linear. And I actually know how to play with quantum computers, but they don't exist, but they exist right here. It will be another topic. I'm best-selling author. I have a couple of books, one of them right here. I'm a speaker. I spoke on stages between 300 and 500 people, so small audiences, big audiences. I've been on dozens of a radio show, business, spiritual, just about life. I've been featured on lots of online news sources, more than 100 for sure. Gosh, what else? The list is really long. Again, there is a reason why I'm telling you all this, because our teaching today about God's marketing. And before you just run away and say, hey Maria, I'm here, I don't have business, I work or I'm retired and stuff like that, I can tell you one thing. We use marketing at least 20 times a day. When you have, who has small children? I have grandchildren, yeah. And when you put something, a bowl of food in front of them and they're doing like, My oldest grandson, who will be 5, this is our conversation. Cooper, would you like some broccoli? No. Cooper, would you like some magic trees? Yes! Oatmeal. Oatmeal is the big thing because it's Power Rangers magic food. And it's so crazy because he reacts on this word magic for some reason. Magic trees, magic oatmeal for Power Rangers. What are we doing right here? When we say just oatmeal, it's kind of like, yeah, that's kind of food. But Power Rangers, they're stars, they have this power, superpower. So we market food to our kids, right? The same with our spouses. We do lots of things. Like, look at this dress, how, it's now it's seductive marketing, and the list is going on and on and on. We pick up the phone, we call the bank, we have to solve the problem. If you start solving the problem, like old sayings matter, you shoveling something in someone's throat, you will never ever get positive result. But when you have this wonderful thing as really marketing, and you market yourself to the person on another end who doesn't know you, and it doesn't matter what, you can say, you know what, I saw your number and you're from Salt Lake City, how's the weather? Boom, we have a connection. That's what I'm trying to say by marketing. Because doesn't matter what, like right here, right now, we are talking about very important issues, and we're light workers. We sent here to raise planet Earth. But we cannot raise vibration just sitting somewhere in the cave. And I know Tibetan monks, they do it, they're sitting in the cave, but once in a while, they come to Zion. What they do marketing presentation. They do. Because you cannot change the world when you're just sitting in this little bubble. At a certain point, all of us, we open our mouths and we deliver our message. And message is the same, it's just different forms. Because, like, for example, Monica, she sings, she paints beautiful pictures and stuff like that. So she needs to market this thing. She can sit at home and just stare at them, but that's not changing the world. I mean, probably somehow, because you maybe have a cat, a dog, and a spouse. Yes, at least someone, right? But reality is, now it's time where we have to be very, very vocal. And I want to tell you the story because this is the story that touches all of us. I don't know why my nose running. It was perfectly fine this morning. Practically a year and a half, all of us going through our personal transformation. I gave you all my credentials. You look at me and say, Maria, you have absolutely everything. Every dot, every number on the list. to make money. You have knowledge, you have experience, you know something what other people don't know, you have your star celebrity status because you've been here. And it's true. And year and a half ago, I literally got into this weird space, and you tell me if you're with me at somewhere, that called rabbit hole. I being so angry, so resentful towards social media, people who are in charge of big corporations, to the point when I literally wanted to be in this, I don't know, this vacuum. It's not even a rabbit hole, cave in the desert. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. I hate you, Facebook. I hate you and you and you and you, including LinkedIn that I always admired for. It's a wonderful professional platform, but it became the same gossip. Let's discuss polarity, black and white, black and white, black and white. And I'm like, I'm so sick of this effing black and white. And I stuck in this duality of good and bad. And it got to the point when I couldn't do anything. Margarita is my witness. Everything what I've been doing, running, walking 5 miles every day, meditating, and reading Ascended Masters. I was trying to change something in my business, get clients, but it was kind of like one step right here, 25 steps back. And everything what I've been doing before literally stopped working for me. And also, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. And even people who came to me and said, Maria, we need your services, we need to build a website, we need this and this and this and this. And for some reason, those people had other issues that actually hold them back. Year and a half, and I'm still in this weird space. Cindy, again, my witness. A month ago, I was here at the store because Margarita needed something. She needed, I don't remember, something from Scott. And yeah. Scott was here. And we had a conversation and I said, Scott, you tell me, because this is a confession. With everything what I have, I don't have any clients. I'm in this weird vacuum that I don't understand.
Reset.
It is a reset, because I stopped getting any messages since I moved to a new house, May, June, July, August, 4 months. I was in complete, I'm like, the world doesn't exist, even God doesn't exist, because he's probably busy with someone else and I'm not important. Like literally, I started going through my journal. My first message, what I wrote, was September 3rd. That when I got really a message. And I was asking the same question every day. Please tell me what to do. If I'm here to change the world, I cannot change the world when I don't have this basic unit, what we call a dollar. Because we live in this universe where dollar's still a thing. It's like, like you knock into the door and no one home and you're just like, okay, whatever.
Wrong question.
Yes, and the same question over and over and over, and I was like, I can't live like this. On September 3rd, I got the message. You need to finish setting up your blog. And for people who don't know, I started writing, or setting up, not even writing, because writing is all on paper, new blog about construction, called Cool Construction. And somehow I stopped because suddenly I realized something is off, and I was trying to find this balance, and again, because matter energy moves all the time, I probably had to be in the right place, like energetically, not me physically, but everything. I get this message. Finish setting up your blog. Like, okay, cool. And I ask messages every day, and it's the same answer. I'm like, okay, damn it, I have to do it. And then I'm going right here. It's like, okay, dear God, I get it. You want me to do this, but you know what? This doesn't bring me money, and that's the dance. And you know, like when you start arguing with your mom, and she gets to the point, and she said, "Go and do it because I told you so." And someone could say, you know what, God is always nice, and so no, it was the answer. I decided, it's like, okay, listen, come on, just concentrate. We're going where, yeah. I finished the blog. I posted everything because the blog was closed, like literally you see the beautiful picture and saying like, coming soon. And going back to Scott, because when I told Scott, I said, I'm getting this message. And Scott said, Priya, but you know, you have to survive somehow. Do you remember that? That's what he said. I said, I know, but this is what I'm getting. And he said, you have to ask for donation on the blog. And I said, no, I'm not asking for donation. He looked at me like was funny. He gave me this funny look. And then he said, all right, Divine Director told me that I have to give you a blessing. Doesn't matter what, I have to give you a blessing. He gave me the blessing. And that was about it. I came home and I'm like, yeah, that's really interesting, you know, like, where's money coming from? It's all great, but where's money coming from? Few days later, I finished my blog, and I opened it. It's right here. So it was the announcement. It's done. It's right here, and it was something else very interesting happened. You have this thing, and suddenly you decide to have a party at your house, and Natasha was at the party, and weird thing happened. Party, it's always drinking, you know, there is no such things, like there is no good story that starts from I was eating a salad at the bar. This is a story. Speaking of the party, there was one gentleman at the party who was only one who wasn't drinking, because he's LDS, so he's not drinking. But his friend, who is in very interesting construction business, what happened? Anyway, we started talking about construction, and he said, you know, I have a friend who has very interesting business, and I will introduce you to him. We had the entire ballpark, I don't remember, but it was a lot. He calls his friend. I have no idea who he's talking to, and he gives me the phone. So I'm conversing with some guy. And he said, give me your phone number, I will call you on Wednesday. Okay, I give him my phone number, and when everyone was leaving, Paul said, listen, do you want me to give you Ryan, I'm just saying how I heard, phone number? I said, yeah, just in case. I put the phone number, but I put the date that Wednesday 4 o'clock we have a phone call. Thanks God, being drunk, I put it in my calendar, which never happens. Obviously, I guess it's a drunk thing. Wednesday comes, and 4 o'clock, I see the message in my calendar, and he's not calling me. I'm like, okay, I have this Ryan, whatever his name, I have no idea. I will call him. I call him, and he's like, who are you? Here we are. I said, you know what, on Sunday, and he said, oh my gosh, I had a party on Sunday. Now I remember, but I was drunk when I was talking to you. I put your phone number on my bank statement. Now I remember, it's on my desk. Boom, this is the story. But the story goes further, because he became the first person who I interviewed for my blog. And then when we started talking, and he said, Maria, you know what, I'm planning to redo my website. And we're meeting today about his website. So that's God's way. Now going back to social media, because now it's very, very, very important, because I don't think so I'm only one who feels so strongly, or I used to feel so strongly about this conglomerate of information coming from different sources. Cynthia talks a lot about artificial intelligence, right? And what is actually social media, Google, everything, all software what we use? It is artificial intelligence. And with everything, all my quest for I guess the truth, or trying to get rid of this love-hate duality. And it happened like literally few days before, few days before our class. I was doing something and I was thinking about my blog, about everything what is going on in social media, and suddenly, guys, do you have, when the message is delivered in this beautiful package, like hollow going like this, like literally I saw it. It's like suddenly you have this beautiful bulb in your hand and it's shining like this, and it's beautiful orange. And this is how it was delivered. And I felt a voice saying, think about nuclear energy, about guillotine, scalpel, and other things. They're just tools. Now, think about software. This is your specialty. This is what you do. Software and artificial intelligence, which is intelligence, but it's still software. They're just instruments. Your thinking is very interesting and very linear, because when you think about social media, Google, all these IT platforms or software, you see big corporations doing evil things. But they're tools, what you humans use. And guys, you know what happened? Suddenly I stand there and I'm like, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I have all this right here already with millions, billions of people. And I can use these wonderful tools created by us humans. Our wonderful intellect. Yes, maybe it's very pragmatical, but it created this platform. It was God's calling to create it, to unite us together and deliver our message. I don't have to do what other people are doing. I can use these instruments to literally reroute, get all these people like this, and reroute them somewhere else like this. When we get together, look into each other's faces, eyes, and not communicate online in sense of Facebook friends. Exactly. Our 26 feet of quantum energy. It was so huge. It was so profound. And suddenly like, OMG, I'm alive. I am alive. I can deliver my message using these tools and not even pay attention to everything what is going on. Bless them for doing whatever they're doing. From now on, I have only one eye, and it's God's eye. This is it. Speaking of God's marketing, this is God's marketing. And now I want to give you a couple of, again, tools that some of them came from wonderful Ascended Masters. And I don't know, did I tell you why I don't have any handouts? There is a reason why I have this, and I don't have handouts. Because what I found out, first of all, I really care about paper. Trees call me weird. What I noticed with handouts, lots of people put them in a purse. We come home, we throw them in a drawer. It's the best way because at a certain point we'll get there. Quite often we put them, we forget what they are or what it is, and it ends up in the garbage. But since I'm teaching marketing also, besides just doing marketing, there is always homework. It's exactly why the recording is right here, and everything what I will tell you right now will be in the presentation that I will send you, and we'll go into it like in literally a couple of minutes because surprisingly I'm on time. And now I have to read it because I remember lots of things, but not everything. Every time when you want to communicate something or you want to do something, and like I said, we talk about simple basic, you need to make a phone call to a bank. And I'm not saying it's something like you have to resolve the issue, but it's always, there is a call, there is an issue. What I've been practicing for a good couple of years, before I pick up the phone, I literally get the phone in my hand. And because of just me who I am, sometimes I can get into quite heated discussions and I can throw F word really, really easily. So I have to be really grounded before I do lots of things. And what really helps me, the prayer call it whatever, that I think, speak, and move in God's truth. I think, speak, and move in God's truth. When you say that before anything what you do, suddenly this energy pulls in and you feel another person, and you know that maybe this person is happy because you hear it by voice, or sometimes you can pick up certain things that you know this person is tired of these damn phone calls. And here you are. You cheer this person and you solve problem in God's truth. This is one, and guys, this is really, it's huge, it's big. When you start anything, I don't care if you're making dinner, or you're standing in front of people, or you're ready to write your marketing copy, or even, put the first color on your canvas. Because that's how you hold God's energy, and you always walk in God's truth, in God's light. And there is something else that I got from Saint Germain. I don't know, I just missed so many, oh, you know what? Another one. Like we do certain projects and we set certain goals, and we have big picture, and it doesn't matter if it's business goals or we just want to manifest, I don't know, the new chair, right? But there are points, and again, our 3D very linear, and every guru, doesn't matter, self-help, whatever, everyone, school teaches us, you're right here, you set your goal, right here, that's where the goal is executed, right? And there are all the steps. And you have to describe all the steps, and step 1, step 2, step 3, you see linear. Now let me show you something about linear. Now come on, Peter. This is our point 1. This is our result. That's where we at. This is linear steps, right? Like this. So look what I'm gonna do. If I do this, do you see it? I can do this and even put it closer. So linear and what now we call quantum. Every morning when you wake up, and like I said, doesn't matter what you do in your life. You can go to work and you know you have some project what your boss gave you. You wake up in the morning and you ask your mighty I am presence. You see your goal, you see your project in front of your eyes. And you ask mighty I am presence, what I have to do now, right in this moment. You'll get your answer. And it could be 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Never question it, because you will get the same what I got about the blog. It was a great example because I was questioning God and trying to tell mighty I am presence what to do. Like telling God, that's very interesting. What also happens, it doesn't matter how irrational, because our rational mind, our intellect will tell you, why are you telling me go and dig a hole? You know? But reality is, this is the shortest way to your goal. And sometimes you're just asking the question, and this wonderful, mighty I am presence tell you like, listen, go have a cup of coffee, glass of wine, just go and smell roses. And if you hear this, do it. Because again, this is the shortest path to your goal. It's not me, I'm not so smart, it's not my, I end up with all this. That's how literally universe works. That's how galaxies work.
Also, it reminds me, because we are not humans doing, we are human being.
Exactly.
Sometimes being
Exactly.
is the fastest way to get from here to there.
Exactly. The fastest way is being, not doing. Thank you. Guys, and the last one, and I guess we will be done, but I need to read it. So I got very interesting message from Saint Germain, and he has he's quite interesting guy, because you see, now I have no idea what the message is right here. He pops up, like suddenly it could be, I can be doing something and suddenly Saint Germain appears. Great sense of humor, and sometimes it's just like, listen, I have to tell you this. If you can write fast enough, you write. If not, too bad, so sad, I'm not repeating myself. At least how he's behaving. Yeah. It's very, very interesting because his energy is so strong, but because he's been in physical body, he has this strong male physical energy. I don't know how to explain it, but it's always cool to be around him, really. And that's what he said. He said, before you do, especially for Monica, do you do, like, who does videos, radio, something when you're standing in front of camera and being like this? Do you? Yeah. When you do something like this, especially, this is what you need. You have to demand and say, mighty I am presence, amplify my quantum field of my thoughts by 1 million suns. Amplify the quantum field of my voice by 1 million suns. Make deaf to hear me. Make blind to see me. I will send it to you. I have no idea where, oh my gosh, got dizzy. I don't know where 1 million suns came from. I have no idea. It was literally thrown at me like this fireball with words. I jumped, I started writing because I'm like, and you see my writing, I'm like, cross and doing something like that. But I feel it's so powerful, it's crazy, it's insane. Also, message from Saint Germain, he said, social media is a really interesting thing and we have to bless every post what we write. And it doesn't matter even if you say, I love your puppy. But we have to send God's energy. And I don't know how many of you know one of the most, not most, but probably one of the most famous God's names in Hebrew. Writes like this. Y, H, W, H. Who knows that? Monica? Yeah. Yahweh. That's the pronunciation. And Saint Germain said every time when you do the post, put hashtag. And it has meaning. These 4 letters are actually encoded in our DNA. Scientific fact. This is scientific fact. What we have in our DNA. Guys, do you get the picture? How it circles and it's infinity. How crazy is that? I have chills because suddenly it hit me.
So what does that stand for again?
God in Hebrew. This is the name what God revealed to Moses.
Okay.
And that's the letters on the keys of Enoch, the keys of Enoch.
Yes, yes, yes. And this is how God revealed himself to Moses in these Hebrew letters. And that's what Saint Germain told me. I'm like, oh, it makes sense because it goes beyond blessing. You put God's code into everything what you do because everything is energy, whatever it's like, even like has an energy, like energy, right? So guys, I guess on this note, it's done. And now, speaking of housekeeping, everyone has phones, right? Yeah, this is my phone number, and I'll tell you why you need my phone number. 3966. Pull your phones and text me your name and your email address. Let me just turn the phone off because I will post this presentation